A cold wind blew through the narrow streets of the city as Ayan wrapped his worn-out coat tighter around his shivering body. He sat on the sidewalk outside a closed cafe, his stomach growling in hunger. His pockets were empty, his hopes dwindling, and his future seemed like an endless road of despair. He had come to this city with dreams of building a life, but reality had crushed his hopes under its merciless weight. With no family, no job, and no roof over his head, he had nothing except a burning desire to change his life. Ayan had not always been homeless. He had grown up in a small village where opportunities were scarce. His father was a daily wage laborer, and his mother did stitching work to help support the family. Despite their struggles, Ayan had always been an ambitious boy. He had spent hours reading borrowed books and dreaming of a better life. But when his father fell ill and medical expenses drained whatever little savings they had, he was forced to leave school and start working. Determined to break free from poverty, he had come to the city, thinking he would find opportunities waiting for him. Instead, he found rejection, struggle, and the harsh reality of survival. For days, Ayan wandered the streets in search of work. He knocked on doors, approached shopkeepers, and asked for any job, no matter how small. But everywhere he went, he was turned away. Employers wanted experience, but how could he have experience when no one gave him a chance? His self-doubt grew, and for the first time, he questioned whether his dreams had been foolish. One evening, as he sat on the steps of a public library, feeling defeated, an old man approached him. "Why do you look so lost, son?" the man asked, his kind eyes filled with understanding. Ayan hesitated, but something about the man's presence made him open up. He told him everything, his struggles, his failures, his fears. The old man listened patiently and then said something that changed Ayan's perspective forever. "You have nothing but a mind full of ideas and a heart full of determination. That is more valuable than money. If you change your mindset, you change your life." Ayan pondered over those words all night. The next morning, he walked back to the library. Instead of feeling sorry for himself, he decided to educate himself. He spent hours reading books on business, finance, and personal development. He learned about successful people who had started with nothing but had built empires through persistence and strategy. If they could do it, why couldn't he? His first breakthrough came in the form of an opportunity no one else wanted. While searching for work, he came across a small tea stall where the owner needed help cleaning tables and serving tea. The pay was meager, but Ayan took the job without hesitation. He worked hard, observing the customers and how business was conducted. He realized that success wasn't just about working hard, it was about working smart. Instead of just serving tea, he started talking to customers, learning from their experiences. One day, a businessman who visited the tea stall regularly noticed Ayan's eagerness to learn and offered him a small job at his printing press. It wasn't much, but it was his first step into the world of business. As Ayan worked, he saved every penny he could. He lived frugally, resisting the temptation to spend on unnecessary things. Instead of wasting his evenings, he took free online courses, improving his skills. Slowly, he began to understand how money worked, how the rich made investments, built businesses, and created multiple income streams. But the journey was far from smooth. Just when things were looking up, the printing press shut down due to financial losses, and Ayan found himself unemployed again. The old fear of being back on the streets loomed over him. But this time, he was different. He was no longer just a helpless boy, he had learned valuable lessons. Instead of giving up, he saw this setback as an opportunity. Using his savings, he started a small business selling custom printed t-shirts online. He marketed them through social media, reaching out to influencers to promote his brand. At first, sales were slow, but he didn't give up. He kept learning, refining his strategies, and networking with people who could help him grow. After months of struggle, his efforts paid off. His business gained traction, and soon, he was making more money than he had ever imagined. With success came new challenges. Competition increased, and market trends changed rapidly. But Ayan had learned the most important lesson of all: adaptability. He diversified his business, investing in digital marketing and expanding his product range. He also started mentoring young entrepreneurs who, like him, had started with nothing but a dream. Years passed, and Ayan's small venture turned into a thriving company. He bought his first home, ensured his parents had a comfortable life, and traveled to places he had once only read about. But more than the wealth, it was the journey that made him rich: the struggles, the failures, the lessons, and the unwavering belief that he could rise above his circumstances. One day, as he stood in front of a group of young dreamers at a seminar, he saw himself in their eager eyes. He shared his story, not to boast, but to show them that wealth wasn't just about money. It was about mindset, resilience, and the courage to take risks. If you ever find yourself at rock bottom, he said, remember, it's not the end. It's the beginning. You don't need money to become rich, you need a vision, determination, and the ability to learn from every setback. Success isn't about where you start, it's about how far you're willing to go. As the crowd erupted in applause, Ayan smiled. He had once been a boy with nothing, sitting outside a cafe, hungry and hopeless. Now, he was a man who had built a fortune not just in wealth, but in experience, wisdom, and the power to inspire others. And that, he realized, was the true definition of being rich.